Hey everybody, it is Michelle, your Club Couture independent designer. I am so excited tonight. We're going to design the Love and Coffee. I've been waiting to do this one so long. You guys know I love coffee. I talk about it all the time. I'm obsessed with my Nespresso, but we're also going to play with some Pudgies. So stay tuned. Let's design this together. Welcome to my live. I am so excited that you're able to join me. We're going to have so much fun. Say hi as you come in so I know that you're here. If you are new and are not currently working with the designer, please just comment the word newbie and I will make sure to send you some Club Couture information. If you're watching the replay, hi. So what is Club Couture? We are a fun high-end DIY home decor company used to make different gifts and decorations from your home on a budget. So Club Couture has so many fun products. We have our Chalkology chalk paste, which is great for chalkboards where you can design and repeat as much as you like. We also have Couture ink, so you can make permanent on fabrics or glass or ceramics. We have hundreds of reusable silkscreen transfers, lots of fun tools, and a full assortment of different surfaces for all of your projects. You want to make sure you join my Chalkaholic VIP group. This is where there's so much more fun and there's specials. You can also sign up for a workshop. I love to hold workshops and share my love of Club Couture. We also have Club Couture. This is a fun mail subscription where you get an exclusive transfer and chalk paste sent to your home every month for the low price of $19.99. You can also host your own private party, get your friends and family together and make your own projects. You can also become a designer and start your own empire. There's so many different ways with Club Couture to make money. If you are excited about any of these things, please just send me a message and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So don't forget, in my Chalkaholic VIP group, if you post a picture of your finished project, you will be entered in a drawing for a free transfer every month. How exciting is that? So without further ado, let's go on and let's chalk this project. Thank you so much for helping me, and let's chalk. Hello, it is Michelle. So we are going to design this Love and Coffee reusable silkscreen transfer. I'm trying to decide what exactly I want to do, but I did cut out some Pudgies. And yes, my Etsy shop right now is on vacation, but if you are watching this and you want the Pudgies that I'm using, just send me a message. I can do that. Let me share my screen with you and I'll show you what we're doing, okay? So here's our reusable silkscreen transfer. It says Love and Coffee Company. Look at that little heart there. Served 24 hours a day. Look at this. It almost looks like this coffee cup has angel wings, doesn't it? Freshly brewed happiness every day. I just love this. Look at the little heart in the cup also. So even though this doesn't have to be Valentine's Day, I think I'm going to put it up for Valentine's and make this in some type of Valentine's Day colors. I think that would be really pretty. I did cut some Pudgies out. So I do have the mug. Okay. I also cut out the heart. See the heart right here? That's going to go on the mug. So that's kind of 3D coming out there. And then I did the word coffee. So I have an F. I have a C. I have an O. Which one? Yeah, an O. I have an E. I don't think that's the right way. What's the right way? That's the right way. I have an E, another F, and an E. Now I'm using our 8-in surface, and I'll give you 2 guesses why. Just put in the comments if you know why I'm using an 8-in surface, okay, with this project. So this is what we're going to do, and I'm trying to figure out the best way to color this because I don't know. So what is on the background of this mug where you see the teal is what's going to come through. So I'm thinking I might just chalk directly on my Pudgy and not paint it so that these marks here are in the coffee. The only thing that's going to get a little tricky is that I don't want to do this all one color because you don't want your foam on top to be the same color as your mug unless you wanted a white mug, but I don't. Yes, Christy, those are the 2 reasons. Thank you. Yes, because it's magnetic. And when we use Pudgies on a magnetic board, all you have to have are a few of our Club Couture adhesive magnets, and you can attach this to this and then take it off when you want to. So it's really nice to just have one surface, change it out for any reason, any season, and use those magnets, okay? So that's what we're gonna do. And I'm trying to think, I'm thinking I also won't paint these. Hi, Tammy, and we'll chalk directly on here. You know, I'm thinking I want this to be a little sparkly. So I'm gonna pull out, do I do this every time? I always pull out my Shimmer Frost, but I think it's because it's time to open a new jar. So I wanna use my brand new Shimmer Frost. This is kind of like our bright white that has that shimmer glittery look in there. So I'm going to use this for some of it. What other colors should we do? I really liked yesterday that currant jam. That was my jam yesterday. So I'm wondering if I want to use that to do, or do we want something different? We could do, of course I'm going to pick Marvelous, but even something nice and bright like Peony would be pretty and nice and pinky, or maybe we'll just do a mixture of the 3. But then I want a color for the steam. Is that steam? I'm guessing that's kind of like steam. Maybe we'll use Peony to paint our little tiny heart on there. Should we do like gold? Should we do like a gold? A shimmer gold in there, and maybe just pick these 3, currant jam, shimmer gold, and shimmer frost. Give me some ideas. Or should we do silver? Is silver kind of like steam? Better than gold. Is gold like burnt? Hold on. I just went through all of my paste and I don't even see my silver there. Why? Oh, you know why? Because I used it upstairs and I have not put it back. That is why. I used it for my snowflakes upstairs, and they're still upstairs. Hey, Julie, so I don't want to do that. We can do, oh, you know what? I kind of like copper. Ooh, I kind of would like a copper coffee mug, or copper. Maybe we'll make the top of that copper. Maybe the sides copper. So many choices. I always think I know what I'm going to do. I have 2 coppers right here, actually. How does copper go with pink? I feel like copper goes really good with currant jam. So maybe we'll do copper, currant jam, and shimmer frost. I kind of want my silver, but I don't want to go get it. I don't want to go get it. I don't want to go get it because my puppy just got quiet after it saw me, and he's in his playpen, and when he sees me, it's like, mommy, 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 mommy. So we'll just go along with these 3. How about that? All right, so currant jam, I think would look good with that. I can't decide if I want to. You should have, Julie. I just dropped Ezra off at basketball and came down here before I have to cook dinner. There's another one that's not open yet, so let me get, let's see. All right, so shimmer copper. I'm just gonna put out my shimmer copper, my currant jam, the peony. Yeah, I think I want coffee and peony. And then the shimmer there. Let's see. So I want to do my Pudgies first. I'm at my brother's. Emily. Oh, Ezra is at North Carroll doing practice. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think we should just do these right on top. So let's fuzz this transfer. I'm just going to peel it halfway like I normally do. And I'm gonna grab a fuzzing cloth. And then I'm gonna peel it halfway and roll it down, just like this. That way I don't stick any of the sticky to the sticky. And then I'm gonna lift half up, put it back down. We just want this to be less sticky so that it doesn't stretch and that it's not too sticky so it doesn't curl up, okay? The Aiden is super smooth. It's almost like glass. It's such a nice gallery surface. And yes, Christy was right. It is one of my favorites and it is magnetic, but it's also super smooth. It doesn't have that boutique surface like the Board and Base has or like the Sylvie had. So you have to be careful because it is going to really stick to it because there's nothing to soften that adhesive. It just sticks right on there. Okay, do that a few times. And then what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to turn this upside down like this, okay? And then I'm just going to grab my Pudgies. Well, this one I may not do that way, but these I'm going to do this way to see. Trying to do these backwards. No, I can't do it that way either. I lied. I'm just going to go ahead and put them on this way. So I have my craft mat from Club Couture, and the fun thing is, look, my transfer is not going to stick to it. I can stick it down. Look, it's also a great place to wash your transfer. If I was using a regular table, it would really stick to it, but because of this silicone, it's not going to stick. So I'm going to put this down and try to line it up on here. Like there's an E. And let's do this F. Hopefully I don't need, maybe I'll just do one at a time. I don't know. I'm worried that if I try to line them all up, I'm gonna mess something up. I gotta tickle again. Let's see. Let's see if I can maneuver this. Let's put, I kind of have to move both. I have to have more than one moving part here to do it while it's attached already, like that. So there's an E and there's an F. I'm just gonna make sure I don't have any bubbles. Let's go ahead and do this other E since it's on the edge here. And then we'll just shimmy it in place. Like so. How's that? There's our E. And then we'll do the other F. You could do them one at a time if you want to. I'm just trying to be a little lazy, I guess. And of course, if you don't get Pudgies, you can just chalk this right on your surface. This is not mandatory. It's just a little fun piece to add some dimension to your project, but definitely not necessary. Let's go. We have our next F. When I lift up one side, I'm still gonna go back to the right and then try to make sure there's no bubble. And then let's do this O. And we're just gonna try to line you up. It's not easy when you're trying to hold it all down. But I can can see, Julie, why you would pick your brother's house over me, especially with that cute baby over there. Even though you could have met my cute baby over here. That's fine. If you don't love us, that's fine. Let's go. Oh, I just moved it. Making fun of Julie. Maybe I pressed my luck doing that many. Let's just do these, and then we'll do the C and the O separate. Because I don't want to mess up all of these just trying to get those two on. So again, I'm going to make sure that they are all without an air bubble. Bubble is trouble. And then I'm going to grab my peony, which is super thick. Ugh. And I'm just going to chalk right onto my Pudgy. Now, of course, I could have painted the Pudgies first. I just didn't want to. I like that brown, natural look. Especially because it's almost like the color I make my coffee. I did see some cute designers in some of the groups that all of us designers post in that do not like coffee. Like, I know Julie doesn't drink coffee, but they took their hot cocoa and hot chocolate transfers, and instead of chalking the word coffee, they chalked cocoa instead. So you can make this your own. Definitely. And then we'll do this one. Make sure that it goes through that screen onto that Pudgy. Yeah, my peony is well past its prime. So I'm gonna have to get a new jar on the way. They do have a shelf life of about a year once you open them, and this one has really outlived his lifespan. But these creamy dreamy pastes are so dreamy and so creamy, and it's just nice to not have to add water like we used to years ago. There we go. Okay, I'm just getting off any excess. And let's see what we have here. I'm gonna get a little tray. I have like squeegees everywhere that need to be washed. Peony wasn't available when I ordered. Oh, 4 pastes went back in stock today. I think peony might be one of them. I'm almost certain it was, but I would have to double check. Oh, hopefully you can see. It's kind of light. Can you guys see that? See, I probably should have painted on it because it seems like my wood soaked up a lot of that paste. Maybe it'll pop against the blackness of the Sylvie. But we do have pink on here. F. I'd have to look at my email, but there were 4 colors that went back today at 5 o'clock Eastern time, Tammy. You probably just missed it. I know it was very popular when the new release came out. Let me see. We have, oh, I'm trying to think if I have a jar. I think I only have an ink. Looks like a sugar cookie. You know, I like my sugar cookies. And then we'll do this and this. So this may be exactly what I like because I'm not big into bright, bright pink. So we have the pink with a little bit of the brown in the background. It actually is really pretty. We'll just let them dry. And let's finish these 2. Coffee. I probably should have picked a more contrasting color like the current jam because the pink is very light. Shoulda, woulda, coulda, but we didn't. That's why I like Club Couture, because you can design again and change it any way you like to. I could always paint over these Pudgies and start over. I could always cut out some more. But I think I'm going to like it just as it is. Now we have these here. And then I'll just peel these off. Well, how come those look much better? How come those look much better? Let me see. Maybe I just need to add a thicker layer. Let me take this F. Let me see. Maybe that's soaked in and I'll just go back because the paste hasn't dried on here. Maybe we'll just go back over and see what we get. See if it makes a difference by adding another layer. Hopefully I'm not squashing that. I just put my transfer right on that C. Oh, it's fine, good. F. Let's see. We'll just see. I can't even see through it because there's so much paste on it. I'm just gonna leave it be. Well, I do kind of like those better. I don't know why they came out different unless it's just the way that the wood absorbed it. Let's see. I'll just add another layer. Doesn't hurt. It may have already started to dry in the screen, so we will see. Doesn't help that my peony is really thick. Yeah, let's just leave those be. So we have our coffee there. I did get, this is why I like this craft mat also, because I did get some of my paste in where I want to chalk next. Do I have a board eraser over here? I'll use a paper towel. So since I got some there, I'm just going to clean it off through that screen. I may need to get a, no, we're good. Gosh, now I'm making a big mess. Let me get a board eraser. Let me get a board eraser. You should always have a board eraser handy for these reasons. And I do think that because these Pudgies are cut out of draft board, it would have been much better if I did paint them first, but it's going to be fine. There we go. It's going to be fine. Let's go ahead and get our mug. And let's move these out of the way. It might be that I wash the transfer and then try to do another coat once they're dry, just for more pop. Like here. So now this is going to be a tricky part because I want a pink mug, but inside my cup, I don't want it to be pink, right? Unless you want to say it's like a pink cappuccino. So I'm going to take some of my placement tape. No, I don't think I need placement tape. I think what we'll do is I'm going to take some of my little itty mini squeegees that are cut, like these that I like to cut, and I'm going to go ahead and take my shimmer copper and do the inside of that mug right here. Hopefully we'll be able to see it against the brown wood. If not, it's okay because then it'll be brown. And then I'm just going to go around. Let me get off some of that excess. And then we'll go like this. I'm just going to go right through here. Just like that. I almost put my copper in my currant jam. And then I'm going to use this other cut squeegee to do the outer rim of this cup, because it's such a thin line. And I think if I use a larger squeegee, it's going to make a mess. So don't be scared to cut your squeegees in all different shapes and sizes. I'm just going to go towards the edge. It has like a nice distressed look to it. Then I'm going to take a mini and do the rest. If I would have thought about it first and knew that I wasn't going to paint them, I would have just cut the Pudgies out of plywood, because I think that they would have taken the chalking directly on a little bit better. But the draft board is like a little sponge, and it just soaks up a lot of the paint. That's why usually you have to do several layers when you paint the draft board. But this is okay. I'm super excited. This. And like this. I don't remember all the colors that came back in stock today, which is embarrassing because I just read it. But I know one of them is papaya. I'm pretty sure one is peony. But I'm not 100%. Okay, ready? Let's go ahead. Oh, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. Look at that coffee cup. It's so cute. It is so cute. Let's dry it. I really love that. That really took it good. That's what makes me think that maybe it's just my dried out peony that didn't transfer well. I don't know. While we have the peony out though, I do want this heart to be in peony. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my mister and wet my brush just to get it wet. And then I'm going to grab some of that peony. And I'm just going to use my artist tool set brush and make it pink. Part of me wants to go ahead and paint the letters pink real quick and then chalk over top of it to see if it looks a little better. But I have a feeling it's going to look just fine the way it is. So I should just leave it, right? I have a lot of paste on myself. I kind of got my brush a little too wet when I was painting this. So we'll let that soak in a little bit and then do another little coat there. That's really cute. So there's our little peony heart. Okay. Let's move on. Now I'm going to do something that no one should ever do. But here's what I do when I'm by myself and I'm chalking and I know my transfer has a lot of paste on it, but I want to finish a project. I'm going to make a confession right now. I'm going to make a confession and I'm going to show you something. Do you see this? I'm embarrassed, kind of, but not really. I don't always wash my transfers right away. Now, if I'm inking, I do. You do want to wash your transfers as soon as possible, but if your chalk paste dries in your transfer, it's okay. But when you clean it, you want to make sure you do have these board erasers and really get the paste out. But There's many, many times, and I have hundreds of transfers that I have had sit for weeks. I've had some that sat for months before I went and I washed them. So I'm going to use this without washing it. So here's what I'm going to do. Some of it is wet, and I don't want to get my Aiden wet. So I'm going to put my dry tool on low, and I'm going to dry it in my silk screen. Now, if you are type A and this makes you cringe, go ahead and, I'll turn it on high. Go ahead. Now, this doesn't have a whole lot of heat, see? But if you are using like a heat gun to dry your stuff, which I don't recommend, you don't want to do this method because you will shrink your transfer like a little shrink-a-dink if it gets too hot. But this is just our dry tool, so it doesn't get too hot. I'm just going to dry my paste so that it does not make a mess on my board when I'm trying to finish. And then I will go and wash the whole thing, okay? So don't always do as I do as I say. See that paste that's on there? You are welcome to wash or transfer in between if you don't want to make a mess. I'm okay with this mess. I love this craft mat, just like that. And I'm gonna flip it over, and I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. After we're done, I may actually wash the coffee word and go back over, because I can see how the paste was really thick in here. So we'll see. All right, so I'm just drying it. Nothing is wet to the touch. I got my first transfers at a pinners convention and didn't know to wash them as soon as possible. Yeah, they're fine. They're fine as long as you wash them. That's why I always recommend the board erasers. Just if you are using ink, that is the exception to the rule. Well, that's still not all the way dry, is it? Hold on. Let me see. I'm just going to, where did I put my, there's a lot of paste on here. So I am just going to wipe some off. And these craft mats are perfect. You can wash your transfer right on them. Going to go like this, and then I'm going to flip it. Go like this. I have never been to a Pinners, and I've always wanted to go to one, but there haven't been any here on the East Coast. All right, let's see how we're doing. Let's see how we're doing. There's still some coming off. There's still a lot of paste on there. I'm tempted just to go wash it in the sink because I really don't want to mess up what I'm doing. All right. I am going to do it. I'm just going to walk over to the sink right here and not be lazy because there is so much pink on here that I don't want to go through the motions and mess it up. So let me just go and wash this and clean my board eraser. Talk amongst yourselves. Tell me all about what you did today. Talk about what you did today. This will just take me a minute. am back. I had to work both jobs today. Ugh. Kansas City is in February. How far away am I from Kansas City? A cutout material. Ooh, are you making, what are you making, Tammy? All right, so now I'm going to take the microfiber side, and all I did was under running water, right? I just took my board eraser and just wiped it off like that. And how I'm going to dry it is I'm going to place it on the microfiber side of this fuzzing cloth, and then I'm going to sandwich it with another one on the microfiber side. Yeah, I only had to work one of my jobs today, Christy. So sorry you had to do 2 today. And I'm going to dry it with this. Remember, the side with the tag is the fuzzing side. The drying side is that microfiber, the smooth side. What are you making, Tammy? I want to hear about this. Material for Valentine. Are you making like little pillows? All right. And I'm just going to pick this up. I have an old bed spring that I hang hearts off of for Valentine's Day. You're going to have to post a picture because I'm not getting a good visual, and I bet it is amazing, Tammy. Can you post a picture, like in the Chocoholic group? The VIP group? If you guys aren't in the VIP group, you want to get in there. I'm starting to post about my pajama party. What's a rag heart? This is language I don't know, Tammy. All right. Now we are dry, mostly. That's how I wash and dry transfer, quickly. Now I'm going to fuzz it, because now that I just washed it, you see that? How it's sticking so bad? Remember, we're going on an Aiden, and I just washed this, and it is back again to super, super sticky. You'll notice where some of the current jam is, it did stain a little bit, but that's okay. That is okay. Transfers can stain. As long as you get all of that paste out of the silk screen, you will be fine to go again and again. Don't know if other crafts were allowed. Oh, I always like to see what you're making. Just because it doesn't have chalk on it doesn't mean I'm not interested. All right, it still feels really sticky. I may want to fuzz it again. Let me get that fuzz off. It feels super sticky. Just gonna lift it. You hear that rippage? I call it rippage. It has a high fuzz factor. It's super sticky. Okay, now we have the easy part of just chalking on our surface. And of course, this is something that you can just do without Pudgies, all right? So let's go ahead and put this on our surface. This board feels a little warped. Let me look at it. Don't know why. That's peculiar. The board is kind of like sticking out. I'm gonna have to maybe send that to corporate to replace that one. Let me just, I got something on there. Man, oh man, oh man. Might be something that I can move by taking the back apart. Can't tell. Let me see. I'm just making a mess. Okay. And then we'll just put this on here like so. It fits perfectly on our 12 by 18 Aiden. It's perfect size for all of our C-size transfers. And remember, bubble is trouble. piece of lint right there. Okay. All right, so we only have to do the parts that aren't on Pudgies. So, now what? I'm trying to see what color I would like with that. I'm just gonna put these on here. These are gonna make such cute magnets. Coffee. Coffee. Okay. I'm just trying to plan it out. So I think I want to use this shimmer copper for this little line here. So I'm gonna go and chalk that, and then chalk this line here. And then I think I want to do that word love and use that peony again. And we'll just go, I'm just chalking right onto my Aiden. Just like this. If you start to notice that you're working slow or your paste is starting to dry, that's when I would recommend the paste and peel method, which means we would pull it up and let that paste transfer through so that the paste does not dry in the screen, but it goes onto our board. But we'll see how far we can get because my peony is not the most thin. It's on the thicker side. And then I want to do the and in my shimmer frost. Okay. Let me move all of these pieces. I want to do that CO in the frost. I'm gonna do served 24 hours with the frost. Now the frost, you always have a little longer of a dry time just because of the consistency of it. Like that. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to, no, let's finish that part. Let's just finish this part right here before we peel. I want to do this and that copper. I want to do this and that copper. Do you guys decorate for Valentine's Day? I'll tell you what, I have a photo of my son when he was a baby that is so embarrassing that I put up really large on my mantle every year. He's not even 1 year old. He is sitting up, but he's almost naked, but he's dressed up as Cupid. And if you know my son, when he was a baby, he was adorable. He was a ginger. He was born with red hair and lighter eyes, and I thought I had my ginger, but he did change a little bit. That's too thick. I'm gonna take this, and it's such a cute picture because he's crying. So he's like a chubby little cherub that's crying, wearing a bow and arrow. Get this, he's wearing a bow and arrow. It's just adorable. All right, so now let's peel. You see how it's stuck to that Aiden? Ooh, this is gonna look so good, you guys. Look at that. Now I'm thinking that my coffee word Pudgies are not going to be up to par with how cute this is. I don't know. I may end up just chalking it on here and only using the coffee mug as my Pudgy for this project because I'm using it for another project. This is really cute. I need a detail tool. We'll get that in a second. I'm just going to lay that down. Okay. I kind of want to do those wings now in peony now that I see it done. I just dropped my squeegee in there. Oh, I'm a hot mess express. You guys already know that. Hopefully you know me, you love me. Okay. Now I'm going to actually do that in, I'm going to do this in pink. I'm trying to think if I'm going to do like every other and do like a pink and a shimmer copper or do them all in pink. If you guys have been talking with me for a while, you know something has changed in my life that I am using pink all the time. Maybe it's the holiday. But when I started Club Couture, I never did anything in pink. I just was not a pinky person. But I will say, times change. For sure. Let's do this in pink. I definitely need a new peony. I think I might have ordered one the other day. I don't remember. I probably didn't if Tammy's telling me that wasn't in stock yesterday. But I know it was on my list. It's on my list. Okay. Now we just can cut down to the bottom. And I'm going to do Freshly Brewed Happiness. And then Every Day in our Shimmer Frost. I love it. I kind of wish I would have just called it frosting. I have like a hair stuck on there. Shimmer frosting. And then we'll go back to that copper. So what do you guys think? Should I keep the coffee letters as Pudgies or should I go ahead and just chalk it since they didn't turn out really the way that I wanted them to? And I can always reuse them for something else after I paint them. Maybe I can just chalk on it now since I have the transfer. And then I can always use the magnets over top to give you an idea. But I just don't know if they turned out to my expectation. It's my fault though. I should have prepped them and I probably should have waxed on them. That would have made a big difference, you know? There we go. I'm just doing all of this embellishment in the shimmer copper. I really love the copper. I think it's one of my favorite shimmers. Chalk it, okay. Should we do it in Currant Jam? Should we do it in Shimmer Frost? We'll peel up what we've done so far here. But what color should we do it? Should we keep it the peony? I'm just going to anchor that down by pressing down. Should we do peony, Currant Jam? This is really stuck on here. I need like a third hand. There we go. This is so pretty. Tammy, what color would you do it in? This is amazing though. This transfer is just amazing. Oh, that's a good idea, Christy. Okay, let me lay the mug on it. Tammy says currant jam. All right, we'll put that down. So let me get my mug again, and the mug would look like this. The mug would look like that. So we can either do currant jam to kind of match that. The only thing that worries me about using currant jam is that the currant jam is dark, and I don't know if it's going to pop on the Aiden because it's dark. Maybe I could get a chalk chip and chalk on it, and we'll see how it shows. Or we could just do it in the shimmer frost to let the word coffee really pop. If you like pop, Tammy, maybe we should do that. Let me get a chalk chip. Let's see. All right, so I'm gonna get a chalk chip with currant jam. Where's one of these transfers that we didn't use yesterday? I have it in my wash pile. We have this little heart here. So I'm going to chalk this heart. I'll chalk the word kisses, something a little more. And just throw this in my wash pile. All right, so this is currant jam on a black surface. And let's see if it's enough pop or if we should pick something else. This is a good technique to use. So if you have chalk chips, if you want to see how colors go together, so it would look like that. Do you feel like that's enough pop for coffee? I feel like coffee is like the highlight of the whole board. And that's why I'm not sure if we shouldn't just do it in the shimmer frost so that the word coffee is out there. What do you think? And then we have our little peony heart to go right there. I'm just going to ooh, I need to get another glue stick. Shoot, hold on, let me grab a glue stick. Think about it. Let me know what you think. I'm going to grab a glue stick. Teresa says use the peony. Okay, that's a good idea. I'm just going to glue. I'm just going to talk to some frost, and then you can always cover it up with the painted Pudgies. I'm just going to talk to some frost. You're going to go talk to some frost? I'm not sure what you mean there, Kirsty, but I feel like you're having a good time over there. All right, let's put our peony on here. I do feel like if this is going to be a nice Valentine's Day board. Something else that would have been fun to do would have been to chalk the inside of this and then do the watercolor technique, which I cannot wait for those new butterflies to come out. All right, let's go ahead and do this. You see how thick my peony is? It's not normal. I either should have sprayed some water. It's like spreading just butter on top, but like cold butter. Ugh. That definitely reminds me of the old paste. But I think this was one of the first jars I got during Creamy Dreamy, and it's the same jar I've had, so I know it's probably way past its time. Let's just go up like this. But I think the peony is going to go great with this little Valentine thing I have going on here. I'm going to put this right on my little coffee bar. Ugh, I should have like started dinner like 20 minutes ago. This is much more fun though. Let's see. There we go. All right, now that is super thick. I need a paper towel. You can always chalk the frost. Oh, I see. We can still do it either way. Let's see. All right, so I chalked the coffee on. Oh, I think that was a good choice though. Look at that. Ah, did that stick down? There we go. Look how beautiful this is. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it so much. Okay, let me close up some of these jars so they don't thicken up like my peony. So I used currant jam. Love it. We have our peony that needs to be replaced, or else I'll be reaching for the Marvelous until my new jar comes in. I mean, it's like thick paste on my fingers. Well, Jen, it's because, how you doing? My husband gets home late, so he's not even home from work yet. He works bell to bell, they call it, open to close, because he's the general manager. And that's just what happens. He gets home late, so he has to pick my son up from basketball at 9. So I like to have the hot meal waiting for him when he comes home, but it's not going to happen tonight because I have to start cooking still. But that's okay. He can play with the puppy and we can enjoy a glass of wine while I cook. And we chat about our day. But it is late. It is really late. Oh, I want to see the pictures of yours, Jen. Have you shown us yet? There is a little part on this S over here that I'm not liking. So I'm going to take that little sharp tool, the detail tool, the edge, and kind of scrape it off to fix where some of that paste. There we go. All right. So next, all we have left is to take our magnets and pop our, oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. Okay, so I'm going to pop off some of our adhesive magnets. I think I'm going to use 2 or 3 just because they're not very strong. No, it's been crazy on my end. I need a breather. What's been going on, girlfriend? Need to talk? Need to talk? All right, so I'm going to put one. I'm going to put quite a few on here just so they doesn't fall. These are nice magnets, but they're not super strong. So I'll put a few on here. I probably only needed 2, but I'm going to just load it up like this. Dun, dun, dun. And then, see, that one already fell. Sometimes I will even, I have paste on my finger. I think that's why it didn't stick. Sometimes I'll even use my hot glue gun to reinforce it because the adhesive is just not super strong. Okay. Oh, see, that's really strong now. That's not coming off. Like I can barely lift it off because there's so much magnet on the back. You probably only need 2. Probably only need 2. So Love and Coffee Company. Serve 24 hours a day. Oh my gosh. This, you guys know what? You know I love coffee. I knew I was going to love this transfer. This is gorgeous. Hold on, look at this. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at this. This is beautiful. Especially from someone that doesn't love pink. I kind of do now. I kind of do now. Look at this. Look at that cup. It looks like an angel in a cup, doesn't it? What do you guys think? Let me know what you think. I love it. If you're interested in these Pudgies, let's put it down and let's see what it would look like with those Pudgies. So they didn't turn out the best, but here's what it would look like if I used them. I would probably paint them. I would probably paint the background white and then do the peony on top. And then you can cut these magnets. These magnets cut very easily with our transfer trimmers or scissors. So there we go. Oh, that kind of looks good too. I think I need to order one. Well, pick it up with your peony, and you know what, Tammy, maybe you could earn yourself another free creative kickstart. I know you already got your first one on the way. So yeah, this I love. I love the pink. Now I kind of wish I had done this on my board coming in the house, but I think that one might be a little thinner. So this is super cute. How about giving it a touch of modern Podge? A kiss of glitter on the letters. Oh, that Mod Podge and glitter. That would be really pretty. Yeah, it would be. Okay, guys, here's the project for tonight. Thank you for being patient and hanging out with me. I have a ton of projects lined up that I want to do. My days just haven't gone as planned, as I know that most of you guys probably have the same thing. But I knew what you meant, Mod Podge. So join me tomorrow. I've been dying to ink a tote bag, and I really want to ink it using this fun transfer right here. This is a super fun transfer, and I want to do some ink. So hopefully that'll be tomorrow's project, TGIF. Do I have anything going on tomorrow night? I don't know. Love you, girl. Me too. Oh. If you need to talk, girl, let me know. I don't have a lot of plans tomorrow. I'm available by telephone. I only have like 1 or 2 televisits tomorrow. Okay? So thank you guys so much. I need to go run and cook and act like that slaving wife on a stove when I've really just been spending the last hour playing with